Here's a quick hypothetical for everyone watching this video right now. How much would you pay for this minifigure? What if I told you on Bricklink, in the United States, the cheapest, good condition version of this fig is going to cost you about $800? To a point, I understand why the fig's expensive. It's an exclusive fig from a really old line, and especially in the year 2007, when these Lego Batman sets, the two that came out, are actually kind of like the two most valuable Lego Batman sets that were out there from the original line. And that kind of explains the case for Bane. He is the only fig in this line that is exclusive to one set, so it's much harder to get him. And it really bothers me that I have to be this guy to tell you guys this, because I am a collector and I've been collecting for a lot of years at this point, and I've been doing the 2006 through 8 theme for about 6-7 years by now. But please don't buy this fig. Please do not waste your money. Please don't spend $800 on this Bane. Is it a cool fig? Yeah. Is it my favorite Bane? No, but I understand why it's a really good fig. In fact, I do really like the fig. I unfortunately don't own it, so that's why this really caught my attention, because I was looking forward to completing my Lego Batman 2006 through 8 theme, but ever since I want to say about 2022, I've seen this price skyrocket. Now, that's actually not backed by Brick Economy, who says it's been a gradual rise, but even then, I kind of think Brick Economy is slightly inaccurate on this. It's saying back in 2017, 2016, this fig is worth about $150. Bricklink literally says you could have got this fig for like 12, 13 bucks in 2017. I think a lot of these 06 figs were, but they've kind of gone up crazy recently. Now, the most expensive part, the reason this fig is so expensive right now, at least, is the torso. You can't even buy one on Bricklink nowadays. It's not even available. It was before. I remember not that long ago, probably 6-7 months ago, there were a couple available. They were like $200 for the torso. And this isn't like a special edition limited fig that was in like a poly bag that was given to 5 people. This was in a mass release set that anyone could have bought back in 2007. By the way, that's not the only fig that's gone up crazy in price recently. I want you to look at Nightwing, for example. A figure that was routinely probably around the $50 to $100 mark, somewhere in the middle, maybe the lower end around the $65 to $70. Now, $125. Bam, you can get it for that much, which I understand the reason for this being a little more expensive more than the Bane, just because the fig has a couple more unique parts, especially that hairpiece. That's always been the most expensive part on him. The price to me makes a little more sense for Nightwing as well, considering there are less iterations of the character, as well as we had a bigger gap in between versions of this character than of Bane. Immediately when the 2012 theme came out, we got a new version of Bane. Meanwhile, we had to wait another 2 years to get a new version of Nightwing, and even then, that was the red version. For the blue version, we had to wait another 4 years for 2016, and that came in a DVD. And I don't mean to bash resellers. This isn't a video complaining about resellers. You know, some of you who really aren't like the scalping type are perfectly fine. You're just doing what you can to make a couple extra bucks on the side. I got no issue with that. It's a free market, you know? But something needs to be said when the market becomes this inflated. I got one more example for you guys, and that's Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy was always one of the cheaper figs in this theme, and as of now, the cheapest good condition one in the United States, $60. $60. This fig 4 years ago was going for 10 to 20 bucks. $60. And by the way, the only 3 appeals to figs like this Poison Ivy are: it was in the original Lego Batman video game, it was in the original wave, and a lot of people grew up with it. Those 3 things. This is bar none one of the worst Poison Ivy figs ever. I think you'd be a little hard-pressed to find Lego Batman fans who will tell you this is their favorite Poison Ivy fig. I think everyone likes at least a couple of figs better. The Lego Batman movie, the 2012 one, the newest one, and the new Arkham, those are all far better figs than this one. The only one I can think of that's probably worse is the 2019 one, but I think that one was such a step back from any other Poison Ivy fig. It's ridiculous. It's one of my least favorite figs ever. And those are just some examples of the crazy market inflation we've got in here. I just looked at Bruce Wayne. $45 for this Bruce Wayne. I bought him earlier this year for $13. $13 on Bricklink. And it's not like that was the only one in the price range. Plenty of Bruce Waynes were in that price range. Something I do want to say with this, I know there is current world happenings that are going to affect these prices, such as, shipping embargoes and some tariffs. I don't want to get into all that. This is purely about the US market, but I do understand that that's going to affect the prices a little bit. But to this level is staggering. I'm also not flat out calling for a boycott. If you want to get these figs, I can't stop you, and I'm not going to stop you. I would advise against it for just obvious reasons. Financial reasons. It's such a dumb idea to get an $800 fig of Bane that's maybe, depending on your opinion, slightly better or slightly worse than basically every other Bane. And while Bane is the biggest offender of this, I think we can all agree these prices are a little bit crazy, and we'd love for them to maybe correct course. That's only going to happen if the market slows down a lot, you know, because whenever a Bane gets posted on Bricklink, it feels like it's gets sold immediately, because it feels like we saw 250 a month ago and now it's 800. That's just my 2 cents on this whole ordeal. Trying to get DC figs now, especially a little more rare ones, is a bitch. We've turned into the Star Wars fan base when it comes to fig prices, and it's unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. The more fans you get, the more people who want to look back at their childhood themes, higher the prices are going to get. Hopefully, the market corrects slightly.